Good evening. Tonight we're going to start with Lesson 11, Module 3. I can connect the area model and the partial products method to the standard algorithm. So tonight, guys, we're going to be focusing on multiplication by using different methods. First, the area model, then going into a distributive property model, partial product, and then the old standard algorithm way. So let's get started. So let's use the area model. We are going to draw the rectangle with a length of 8 and the width of 200. And we're going to find the area and write it inside the rectangle. Now we've used area before, and this looks something like it. We had 8 here, and then we have 200 on this side. And basically that is saying A equals length times width. So if we continued, let's add 2 more rectangles to this one and find the length and the other width a length of 4. And let's find the area of the 2 rectangles we added. So it would look something like this. 8 times 200 is 1,600. If we do this, 8 times 30, we would get 240. If we did 8 times 4, we would get 32 square units. So if we take all those areas and we added them, we would get 1,600 plus 240 plus 32. Get 2, 7, 8, 1,872 square units with this whole big now connected rectangle. Do you see the multiplication that we just did? Basically, we did this. 234 times 8. That's a big multiplication problem, and we were able to solve this using the area model. All right, let's use the area model for 316 times 4. So I'm going to have 4 here, and I'm going to make my long rectangle. And over here is going to be 300, and that's what this is right here, 300. And then we're going to have a 10, because the 1 is in the 10 place. We only have 1 of those. And then we have 6 ones. So we're going to find the area of each one of these boxes inside this big rectangle. So 300 times 4 is 1,200 square units. 4 times 10 is 40 square units. And then 4 times 6 is 24 squared units. So if we wanted to find the area of all the rectangles combined, we would do 1,200 plus 40 plus 24. It's like partial products that we're adding up here. 4, 6, 2, 1. 1,264 squared units. The next problem we're going to see is the same one, but this one it's asking us to find the standard algorithm, going back to that traditional way of multiplying. So we'll put 316, make it vertical, times 4. Go to the ones, there's 6 ones times 4 ones is 24 ones, put the 4, carry the 2. 110 times 4 ones is 40, is 4. It's 1 times 4 is 4, plus 2 is 6. And then 300 times 4 is 12. So we have got 1,264. Let's see how well we did before. 1,264. So here's the second way that we can multiply. We can also multiply the partial product way and a new one called the distributive property. So our next one is a cafeteria makes 4,408 lunches each day. How many lunches are made Monday through Friday? So this is tricky because we have to figure out how many days. I don't see that here. I think that they are 7 days. Aren't there 7 days in a week? Well, that's true if we went to school 7 days a week, but we don't. We only go to school Monday through Friday. So that is only, let's take that away now, 5 days. There's 5 days in a school week. So if we wanted to make a tape diagram, one day they make 4,408 lunches. But it is Monday through Friday, so it's 5 days. So let's make 4 more of these. 4,408, 4,408, 4,408, and 4,408. Now, we could sit here and we could add all 5 of these up, repeated addition, and that would take us a very long time. So that's what's great about multiplication. We just need to multiply 4,408 and multiply this by 5. So in the ones, we have 40. 8 times 5 is 40. Put 0, carry the 4. 0 times 5 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 4 times 5 in the hundredths is 20. Put the 0 down, carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus the 2 is 22. So they make 22,040 lunches Monday through Friday. In this next problem, they're asking us to solve this the standard algorithm way, the partial products method, and the area model. But I noticed that over here, this is actually called the distributive property. So they're asking for 4 different ways to solve 425 times 4. So this might take us a little while, but it's nice to see all the different ways that we can multiply. So we're going to put a 4 here, and we are going to split up this guy. So there's 400, and we're going to go in the tens, and we're going to split them up, and here's 2, so it's a 20, and then there are 4 ones. And now we can multiply. 4 times 400 is 1,600. 4 times 20 is 80, and 4 times 4 is 16. So basically, they did the same thing. Oh, sorry, this is actual 5. Sorry about that, guys. This is a 20. Okay. Now, they did this right here. What we did right here, they made this right there, and that's the distributive property. Remember I told you that any time you have a number next to that parenthesis right there, you're going to be multiplying. So let's do it. This is called the distributive property right here. So 4 times 400, we'll bring down the 400. 4 times 20, we're going to bring down the 20. And then we do 4 times 5, so we bring down the 5. But we should continue it. So 4 times 400 is 1,600, plus 4 times 20 is 80, plus 4 times 5 is 20. And then we would continue this by adding all this up. So 1,600 plus 80, 1,680, and then we have plus 20. And then now we do it again, so 1,700. Look at that nice little funnel I just made. This is the distributive property, and over here is the area model. Now it's asking you for the partial product way. And the partial product way looks something like this, which we know because we've done it. 425 times 4. We go to the ones, and it's 4 times 5 is 20 ones. And then we go in the tens, there's a 2, so that's 20 times 4, and that's an 80. And then we go into the hundreds, and that's 400 times 4 is 1,600. Now we can add these up, these partial products. We add up 0, 10, carry the 1, This becomes a 7 and then a 1. So 1,700. Look. Again, we are finding that these methods are all giving us the same product, which is it's supposed to. So now we do 425 times 4. Now, because they're asking now for the standard algorithm. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 2 times 8 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus the 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus the 1 is 17. So all these different ways of solving a multiplication problem. You can do it the area way. You can do it the distributive property way, standard algorithm, and partial products. All right, I'd like you to try your best on the next following problems. Now guys, I would like you to try some of these methods. 534 times 7, and they're asking you here for the area model. Over here, they're giving you the distributive property. You can also be doing the partial product way and the standard algorithm. So try one of the new ones. Challenge yourself and solve 534 times 7. The next one is 209 times 8. Again, challenge yourself and try one of the new ways like area model, distributive property, partial product, or standard. Give it a try. All right, in our word problem, they're asking you to use the partial product method. So, Kayla's school has 258 students. Janet's school has 3 times as many students as Kayla's. How many students are in Janet's school? Use the partial product method to solve. All right, for this one, I would like you to use the model this problem with the tape diagram and solve it. 4 times as much as 467. Great work tonight. Keep it up. Very proud of you guys for persevering and working on these challenging problems. Remember, I want you to keep trying out the 4 different ways to multiply. Have a wonderful night.